peeps, it is the Sunday Gibberer coming to you live from Canberra. Gonna get a haircut. Then we're gonna go do a little lap out through an area called Royalla. Today is Saturday. That's the Sunday Gibberer on a Saturday because tomorrow's Father's Day. The Sunday Gibberer quote of the day. You ready? You've already read this one. As long as you are alive, you will either live to accomplish your own goals and dreams or be used as a resource to accomplish someone else's. It's pretty brutal. Used as a resource. It's a bit demoralising. What do you think of that? How do you feel about being called a resource? A human resource. I concur or bollocks? I concur or bollocks? I'll tell you what, sort of feel good thing. Resource. Resource. When I finish my haircut, we'll dig into this one. I'm going to go in and have a human resource cut my hair. Where shall we go? Let's go here. I like to leave the tail of the bike out a bit so cars don't get too cranky when they go to park in here and there's a motorbike in the way. The lady in the car park was watching me talking to myself. So, what's this pelican doing? As long as you are alive, you will either live to fulfill your dreams and hopes and goals, or be used as a resource to fulfill someone else's dreams. Well, let's discuss. Here's my theory. Everyone's goals and dreams are intertwined. As human beings, we all need each other. And that's a fact. How does one fulfill their own goals and dreams without the help of others? Without the education from other people, without guidance. Depends what your goals and dreams are. But they're all intertwined with another person or persons. Somewhere along the line, you can't do it on your own. None of us can. And what are goals and dreams? Whose goals and dreams? Why do some people's goals and dreams, or their achievements, get so much more publicity? Footballers, Olympians, for example, they get their little moment in the limelight. What about a stay-at-home mum? What were her goals and dreams? I want to have kids and raise a family. Raise some sensationally good people. Her hopes and goals and dreams at some point have been achieved. Where do the accolades come in? From the kids. When they get older though. Well, none of us appreciate our parents and their guidance when we're growing up. How could you? Too busy looking out of your own little bubble, the big wide world out there, instead of understanding someone else's viewpoint or feelings. It's impossible. I don't think there's anybody who's not part of someone else's goals and dreams. When I was an apprentice, when I first started off, I wanted to be the greatest chef in the world. Couple of years there I thought I was. There's nothing wrong with being confident, nothing wrong with being overconfident. Being overconfident, and this is the old trick of a lot of successful people, shoot your gob off. I'm going to do this and that, and I'm going to do this and that. Tell as many people as you can. And then you're faced with a situation, geez, I better do this or I'm going to look like a complete pelican. And that's where you box yourself into a corner. I've done it a million times. Geez, I better do it then. And then you start working with, rubbing shoulders with some really good chefs. That sorts you out real quick. You can learn by watching everybody. Achieve your goals by watching everybody. What they do right, what they do wrong. Chart your own course. I used to say, and I still do actually, my life, my choo-choo train. I'm a choo-choo train going down the track. And it's called the Gibberer, Colin the Gibberer train. People come into your life, they get on your train. Chugging along, kids come along, they're on your train. Friends come along, they're on your train. You're in control of your train. You're on your own set of tracks, going down your own path in this wonderful life that we've all got. Don't let anyone else tell you how and where your train's going, unless you want that to be the case. There's your goals and dreams. You meet that special person and she or he comes onto your train and you form a combined train. That's an interesting thing. You're you, they're them. You come together and become both of you. How do you continue to maintain your train with someone else's train? Two trains. Compromise. Teamwork. Simple as that. Let's put these two trains together, make it a big long train. Sometimes those kids that you have as you're travelling along on your combined train think that they're the engine. Every now and then you just need to remind them they're the caboose at the back. The little caboose, they don't like that one. Get on the back. Cabooses, you'll go where I go. Oh, you don't want to? On your way. How many times do the little cabooses come back and join back onto your train? Yeah. That's when they learn. Cabooses, maintain your train. Having your own train as a single person is sensational. I want to do this and that, I want to learn that, I want to be this, I want to be that. It is the greatest sense of freedom and excitement ever. But when you do it with someone else, when you get married or a partner of any description, the old double train, nothing more satisfying. Everything is teamwork. Do you achieve all your goals and dreams? Not all at the same time. And here's the other clincher. You can have everything, just not all at the same time. And that's a fact. But you have your checklist and start ticking. We're going to do this, okay, let's go. Let's save, let's work hard. Work hard, work hard, work hard. Let's do that, let's tick that box. Let's tick those boxes, goals and dreams. One of my goals was to get a motorcycle many years ago. It took 20 years. 20. But that was on that list. Never left it. The first real one was that one to be the greatest chef. And then you get, once you start rubbing shoulders with the big guns in the really sensational 5-star hotels, and their skill level is just out of this world, and you start to travel and meet people who are just so mind-bogglingly committed. They're on a different train, but show some respect for that train, because these guys put me in my place. Gee whiz. And then the ugly bit, you'll be used as a resource for someone else's goals and dreams. Yeah, sure. Anyone who employs people is, where's this turn off? Anyone who employs people is using other human beings that have got their goals and dreams as a resource to fulfill your goals and dreams. That's just the way business works. Your staff have got goals and dreams. What are they? Well, it's none of your business. They're coming to you because you're part of their dream. They're there to gain some knowledge from you, as you've done to others. They're there to gain some knowledge. Or just earn money. What do they want money for? Well, none of your business. That's their goal and dream. That's their choo-choo train. This is Royalla, peeps. There are 3 lots out here for sale, $1 million each. I think for 5 acres. Gee whiz. Lifestyle, eh? Goals and dreams, look at them all. Every one of them's a story. Every one of them is a love story. Yeah, that's a fact. It's their choo-choo train. You watch the view when we get up the top of this hill. There you go. How good's that? Royalla Estate. And then we head over behind us is towards Borough, Little Borough and Borough. You are a resource for someone else's dreams. Yes, I am. What's the exchange rate for being part of that person's dreams? Education. That's it. Education. Why do people work for people? It's education. Want to be part of your choo-choo train for a while. Learn what they can. Surround yourself with successful people. Why wouldn't you? I want what he's got. That bloke's got a big sexy GS. I want one of them. How do I get one of them? Well, come and ask him. He'll tell you. Work hard. No one's going to give it to you. Work hard, work hard. Don't question it and don't be a smart ass. No one likes a smart ass, and everyone remembers. I had one job interview in 30 years. The rest of the work was word of mouth through people who'd worked with me. Which way? Gee, oh, let's go this way. Yeah, people you've worked with in the past. Their choo-choo train's moving on to bigger and better, and they need some staff, and they give you a call. Fancy that. Why do some people not understand that? It's so flippin' simple, it blows my mind. God, look at the ruse over there. Everyone remembers. Everyone who works with you remembers. What were you like? He's a dick. Well, we won't be touching him. Of course we're all a resource. I concur. There you go. I'm calling it right from the start. You're fulfilling your own goals and dreams and being a resource for others. We're all a resource for each other. I like it. Quote of the day. That's a good one. How beautiful is this out here? Imagine how long it takes him to mow that paddock. Whew. Give me that job. You got to be careful what you wish for, peeps. All I ever dreamt about years ago was sitting on a ride-on lawnmower mowing lawn. I thought that could, especially at the peak of being a busy chef, that just sounded magnificent to me. switch the brain off and just mow. The smell of fresh cut grass, oh, just focus in on straight lines, round and round and round you go. Years later, what did I end up doing? Yep. Thank you very much. Love it still. I could mow grass on a ride-on mower, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Imagine it. Jesus, bush missiles are getting their targets out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, all on the same bend. See, my philosophy's always been this one. Everyone's good. Everyone. Everyone. No one's born an a-hole. Just as we travel through your life, we just meet people having a bad day. People in need of a friend that gives them a little pat on the shoulder and says, you know what, your behaviour's a bit scrappy. Anyone out there who hasn't been a dick? We've all been a dick on our special dick day. Nothing more humbling than finding out from friends that you're a dick. Oh, really? It's called self-reflection. Have a good look in the mirror every now and then. Ask yourself, are you being a dick? So we're making our way Royale across to Gibberer, used as a resource. That'd be a good way to employ people, wouldn't it? Hey, resource 1, go and find out what resource 7's doing. Bit rough. Getting a sore patootie already. Oh. I think this is Gibberer here. I think. There you go, peeps. Want a block of land? Oh God, the ruse. Jesus. Here's a driveway for you. Look at that. That's a good one. You know, the best thing is your goals and dreams, they change as you travel. As your choo-choo train's going down its track, you change it. I gave that a crack. Not a big fan of that, and I'll try something different. That's the one big thing I respect of the kids these days. They've got they don't take as much crap that we used to back in the day. You never back-chatted anyone, even if things were unfair. Nothing was unfair. But well, we got exposed to a lot more training because we were doing a lot of hours complimentary. That was the way it was. And then somewhere along the line, the generation has said, you know what, that extra 20 hours a week that I'm doing is not really part of my goals and dreams, so you can stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Something that had to be done. I always used to say, learning, it's like being a pilot, an airline pilot, where they're judged on their skills level by the amount of hours they've flown. Makes sense. So a chef would be judged by the amount of hours he's done in the kitchen, or whatever other career you've got. That makes sense to me. So while we were being taken advantage of on the occasional week, you're being exposed to more education. We used to do split shifts, 10 till 2, 5 till 10. It was only after 4 years of that we realised that's 9 hours. And on the splits, quite often, instead of going home on the break, you would just stay in the kitchen and do experiments with desserts and stuff. But see, that's the flip side of the coin. Hopes and dreams, I want to be the greatest chef in the world. Well, go and start experimenting. I was using their money, their food, their materials to educate myself. We're going for a little ride out to Gugong Dam while we're out here. This is Gugong, so this is Queanbeyan straight ahead. We've all been there. and this is a suburb. This one's about 5 k's out of Queanbeyan. They're all part of the Queanbeyan Palerang Council, Queanbeyan Palerang Regional Council. But don't you dare call these guys in Googong Queanbeyan people. They are Googonians. Drinking water catchment area, Googong. Some really good hikes out here. That quite sounded pretty gruesome, didn't it, at the start? You either achieve your own goals and dreams, or you get used as someone else's, as a resource for someone else. No, get used. I've met many people like that. But, you know, like I said before, everyone's good. They're just sometimes, some people are just a bit hard to understand. But then that's where you start to grow as a manager and a business owner, and is looking at those people and trying to understand, where did they come from? What created that? What caused that? Why does people have the opinions they've got? Some just parrot their parents. A big bucket of water. Hopes and dreams. The older you get, I've found the older I get, the more I think about other people and how lucky I've been with my journey, my choo-choo train. The thing about a choo-choo train, it's single focused, it's just looking straight. It's not getting distracted with things on the side, it just looks straight. You get your focus, you set your goal, and you go for it, and that's all you think about. A lot of people try, they have their choo-choo train and they point in a straight line, but they just get distracted with too much noise around them. Family members, friends, just totally derail them. Misery loves company, I'm afraid, and people will go out of their way to bring you down if you let them. Your train, remember? If you let them. It's not that easy though, is it? You need a role model. You need mentors. If you've got goals and dreams, you've got to have a mentor. If you don't have a mentor, someone you can just observe. I had two of the greatest mentors in the world. My dad and my uncle, who was a successful businessman. The bloke's 100 years old and he's still going. Two greatest blokes I've ever met and watched. But that's my bit of luck. I've taken that on board as being the luckiest guy on planet Earth, having those two men in my life. Rule 1, observation 1 I should say, work hard. Oh Jesus, talk about work hard. These two blokes work hard. Rule 2, be honest. Always admit when you're wrong. Dad used to hammer that one into us. And when you shake a bloke's hand, stand up. Shake a man's hand. Stand up and shake a man's hand. No limp fish, he used to call it. Make sure you squeeze his hand, not a limp fish. That's what I mean by role models. Mentors. I went to my uncle many years ago when Mrs. Gibberer and myself wanted to start our business, and I asked him, what do I do? How do I start? and he gave me a list of numbers, contacts. He had a network of people and he gave me their names and numbers without hesitation. And we had several of those, a lot of those circle of people. We joined their team, their network, for 25 years. One bloke we still go to. Teamwork, peeps, teamwork. Business is teamwork. Do you want to be rich? Look for the rich bloke and ask him, how did you get rich? Did that make you happy? Well, mate was on my side of the road. Well, at least he gave me a head nod. I could talk all day about my uncle Bob and Dad, mentors. Alrighty, that's Gergs, peeps. Place is growing. So, episode 9, I think we've come to I Concur. Anything secret squirrel today? I don't think so. It's just spectacular. Happy Father's Day for tomorrow, everyone. Happy Father's Day. There's lots of mums that are Father's Days. An opportunity for the kids in the family to say thanks to whoever is looking after them. The world's greatest resource, the kids. Thanks for joining me today, peeps, on this magnificent day, Saturday the 6th of September 2025. This is the Sunday Gibberer signing off.